This morning on DC News Now, we're tracking mainly clear skies for now. However, we'll see a few more of those clouds moving in from the south and west later on this afternoon. Otherwise, a mix of sun and clouds through much of the day today. I'll have more details on this. We'll get towards our West Side 7 day coming up.
And happening right now, outrage over data centers in Prince William County. We're live outside the hours-long public hearing that brought out hundreds of angry neighbors in Northern Virginia.
And we got to acknowledge there's a real war going on.
And dodging bullets, how D.C. leaders and neighbors are reacting to the killing of a 14-year-old football player.
Plus, vaccine mandates for students, what D.C. leaders decided when it comes to making COVID shots a requirement for kids.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is D.C. News Now.
All right, good Wednesday morning to your time right now at 6 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey James.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw in for Tanaya Wright. Meteorologist Jackie Layer has a look at your forecast. And Jackie, I'm just so happy that it's so warm.
Yes, it is a mild start to the day with temperatures starting off upper 40s to low to mid 50s. In D.C. right now, we're coming in right into the upper 50s, but at least we're not tracking the fog in D.C., but a few locations we are seeing low visibility because of some fog yet again this morning, and that is the case western Maryland as well as parts of West Virginia, even over towards Woodstock. Seeing only a mild visibility, 7 miles of visibility, Winchester, Luray, as well as Culpeper, Frederick, now just up to 5 miles of visibility. Temperatures right now, mid-upper 40s to low to mid-50s. We're currently right at 55 degrees in D.C. High pressure back out towards our west. That keeps us quiet. However, we'll see increasing cloud cover later on today. And if you're thinking about heading out to the park later on this afternoon, you'll certainly notice more cloud cover by about the middle of the afternoon into the early evening with temperatures right near 70 later on today. I'll have more details coming up, but Christy Matino is here with the very latest on traffic. How's it looking out there this morning?
Still talking about 495, that outer loop. It is just stopped traffic. And this is unusual for this time in the morning. It's only 6 o'clock in the morning, so there could potentially be an accident there. And the eastbound lane is still flowing freely, as you can see. But if you are heading in that westbound lane, that is going to continue for quite a stretch of time there. We're also just talking about Anacostia Freeway. That also, 295, starts to get a bit busy a little bit later in the day. But we are starting to see a bit of a slowdown happening right now as well if you are heading down towards Alexandria, guys.
All right, Christy, thank you. Well, at this hour, hundreds of angry neighbors in Prince William County are making their voices heard.
This is a live look inside that public hearing on data centers this morning that's already been going on for hours overnight. Our Lex Juarez is in Woodbridge this morning breaking down what's got these neighbors feeling so passionate. What comes next, Lex?
Yeah, well, right now they are listening to virtual testimony. About 200 people have spoken in person here at the Board of Commissioners today, and some are just outside right now, actually in the parking lot here, stretching their legs after being here for hours today. Now, people are fired up over the PW Digital Gateway project, and what they're hoping for from the board is to get a vote on this. It's either going to be obviously denied or approved. Now, when you look at the number of people who were signed up to speak, it should actually take about 13 hours if they all take their 3 minutes of allotted time that they get to speak in front of the board. It started around or just after 10 o'clock last night. Now, the proposal, if approved, would rezone more than 2,000 acres of land in Prince William County to create more than 27 million square feet in data centers. Now, the idea has caused rifts between neighbors. Some people welcome what they call progress for the county, and others who don't like the noise or the farmland being torn up or various pollution coming from this. The Planning Commission did approve the plan, but they did send it back to the Board of Supervisors with amendments, and that would help with the sound complaint.
It's essential for them to keep pace with anybody else in the Northern Virginia area. Unfortunately, Prince William has lagged behind a bit because they just don't have the commercial base. They've been relying on residential properties, and that's just not sustainable.
This blows a hole the size of the city of Manassas in the rural crescent, right? It permanently destroys our rural area in the county, and it's needless. We already have an area of 4 data centers that hasn't been filled. They're still building, and so we're already good on that front.
Now, during the meeting with the Planning Commission just a few weeks ago, people spoke up until well after 5 in the morning. You know, I mentioned already 200 people have spoke overnight and throughout the morning today, and there are people speaking now virtually before the board right now as I speak. So of course we expect this, and we'll see it continue throughout the morning. We'll bring you guys some updates and on how the meeting is going a little bit later today, as well as some fresh perspectives from people who have been here all night. Live in Woodbridge, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. Developing this morning, a memorial is growing for the 14-year-old boy who was gunned down this week in D.C. Antoine Manning is now the 16th child who was killed by gun violence in the district this year. And police say gunmen killed Manning in a drive-by shooting Monday night. It all happened outside his apartment building on Bernie Place and Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue Southeast.
Kids, women was off limits. And so this right here is not just ungodly, but it's just inhumane that, you know, we including our kids into this war that's going on in our community. And we got to acknowledge there's a real war going on.
And that was D.C. Councilmember Trayon White responding to what happened. Now, neighbors say Manning was also shot in the same area back in October. They also say a vigil is expected to take place tomorrow night on the football field at Watkins Elementary School. That vigil is scheduled to start at 6:30.
The U.S. Attorney's Office announced dozens of felony cases in D.C. are now in jeopardy. In September, D.C. Police Chief Robert Conti announced 7 officers were put on administrative leave. Now, body cam footage shows officers confiscating illegal guns but not making any arrests. That behavior sparked an internal affairs investigation in District 7.
That does not make communities safer when we allow people, in some instances, potentially armed felons, to go on about their business and just recover the firearm.
U.S. Attorney's Office's investigation each pending case that could be affected, which could see dozens of gun and drug possession cases dropped. The police union fought back against the Attorney's Office, saying this will allow for more criminals to be out on the street.
All right, your time right now is 6:06. Developing now, the music world still coming to grips with the sudden death of rapper Takeoff from the group Migos.
Yeah, the 28-year-old's real name was Kirshnik Kari Ball. He was shot and killed at a bowling alley in Houston, Texas, early yesterday morning over a game of dice, according to Houston police. Takeoff becomes the latest rapper to be killed by gunfire this year, and it's less than 2 months since PNB Rock was shot and killed in a robbery at a restaurant in California.
It's been a lot of death within rap, within the hip hop community. And, you know, a lot of fans are hurt. They're saying it's too soon. A lot are saying, why does this keep happening?
Now, Takeoff and his uncle, Quavo, also a member of Migos, had just debuted their first album as a duo.
Covering Montgomery County this morning, after an arrest was made yesterday, Montgomery County police now have all homicide cases closed. Montgomery County officials say homicides are now down 41%. Assistant Chief Administrative Officer Earl Stoddard tweeted that the department's goal is preventing homicides, and he believes solving all murder cases is a reflection of the work that the county's law enforcement workers do every day. Meantime, Montgomery County police are also getting a new assistant police chief. Nicholas Augustine has been with the department since 2002, most recently serving as captain. Augustine grew up in Montgomery County, and his father was part of the force for more than 2 decades. Outside of work, Augustine volunteers as an EMT and serves on Maryland's Commission on LGBTQ+ affairs. He is currently attending UVA for his second master's degree in public safety.
Developing now, a member of the D.C. Council is under fire after being accused of misusing campaign funds to pay for polls in a race where she isn't even a candidate. There was a rally yesterday calling for Alyssa Silverman to resign. This is file video from a previous interview. The accusations stem from a telephone poll she admitted to conducting in the primary election for Ward 3. Silverman admitted to discussing the results with candidates, 3 of whom dropped out of the race. Silverman is currently running to maintain her seat as council member at large.
Last night, D.C. council members voted to delay the COVID-19 vaccine mandate for students in the district. Now, this mandate was scheduled to start this school year. It was then pushed back to January, giving more time for schools to prepare and students to get vaccinated. However, now students will not be required to get the shot until next fall. Some council members still question if the mandate is even necessary.
We seem to be very much in step and following the science. A year later, where is the science? I just now checked the CDC website. It does not say schools should mandate the COVID vaccine. It does not say that. The science does not say the mandate is what they recommend.
So far, more than 40,000 students have completed their primary series. That is almost 60% of the district's children. All right, 6:10 is your time right now this Wednesday morning.
Yeah, coming up after the break, with less than a week away from Election Day, more problems for Virginia voters. A look at the issues transferring voter information.
Plus, talking trade, the Commanders give up William Jackson III. A breakdown of it all coming up right here on Game Night.